Have you ever felt yourself slipping away, piece by piece, until you barely recognize the person staring back at you? Have you ever been so consumed by pain, disappointment, or fear that you started believing that maybe, just maybe, this is all life has to offer? Life has a way of testing us, doesn't it? Of pushing us so deep into the dark that we start to believe we belong there. But here's the truth, you don't belong in the dark. You are not meant to live in survival mode. You're not meant to merely exist. You are meant to fight. But let's be honest, fighting for your life isn't always easy. Sometimes the battles aren't external. They aren't the things people can see. Sometimes the battle is waking up every morning and choosing to try again. Sometimes it's forcing yourself to believe in something better, even when your heart is tired of hoping. Maybe you know what that feels like. Maybe you've had days where getting out of bed felt like war. Maybe you've carried the weight of expectations, of past mistakes, of words that cut too deep to forget. Maybe you've loved people who drained you, who made you feel small, who made you believe that settling for less was the only option. Maybe you've lost yourself in the process of trying to be enough for others. But even in all that, you are still here. Your heart is still beating. That means you still have something worth fighting for. The world often glorifies the loud fighters, the ones who stand tall, raise their fists, and refuse to back down. But what about the ones who fight in silence? The ones who carry their battles alone? Who cry in the shower so no one sees, who put on a smile even when their spirit is breaking. If that's you, I want you to know this. Your fight is just as valid. Your strength is just as real. Strength isn't always loud. Sometimes it's the quiet decision to keep going when giving up seems easier. Sometimes it's having the courage to say, I need help. Sometimes it's walking away from what's hurting you, even when it's all you've ever known. I know. It's exhausting, but fighting for your life means choosing yourself even when you feel unworthy. It means forgiving yourself for the moments that you didn't know better. It means believing that you are not defined by your past, your pain, or the people who couldn't see your worth. Now, I won't lie to you, fighting for your life is hard. But do you know what is harder? Regret. The regret of not trying, regret of looking back and realizing that you settled for less than you deserve because fear convinced you that you couldn't have more. Imagine yourself 5 years from now. Imagine the person you could become if you refuse to give up today, if you refuse to let this moment define your entire future. What would that version of you say to the person you are right now? Would they say thank you for holding on? Would they look at you with pride because despite everything, you choose to keep going? Because that's the thing about fighting. You don't always see the results immediately. Sometimes it takes weeks, months, even years to see the growth, to feel the healing, to realize that the pain didn't break you, it built you. And I promise you this, the fight is always worth it. Fighting for your life isn't just a mindset, it's an action. And while the battle looks different for everyone, here are some ways you can start fighting for yourself today. Whether it's people, habits, or environments, if it's making you shrink, it's not meant for you. Walk away from what drains you. Healing isn't linear, it's messy and sometimes painful, but you deserve to be free, so give yourself permission to heal. The way you talk to yourself matters. Would you say things you tell yourself to a friend you love? If not, change the script and start speaking to yourself with kindness. The right people will make you beg for love, for attention, or for basic human decency. Surround yourself with people who see your worth. Protecting your peace is a form of self-love. Set boundaries and enforce them. Keep moving, even if it's slow. Progress is progress, no matter how slow. If there's one thing I know for sure, it's this: you are worth the fight. I don't care what you've been told, what you've been through, or what lies you've convinced yourself to believe. You are worth fighting for. And I know it's hard. I know there are days you feel like no one sees you, like your struggles are invisible, like the weight of the world is too heavy. I know there are nights you ponder if all this effort will ever pay off. But one day, you will wake up and realize that pain didn't kill you. The pain didn't kill you. Your pain didn't kill you. That you survived the heartbreak, that you outgrew the spaces that couldn't hold you, that you became stronger in the process. And when that day comes, when you finally feel the weight lift, when you see the light again, when you take a deep breath and realize that you made it, you will thank yourself for never giving up. So fight Fight for your dreams. Fight for your happiness. Fight for the love you deserve. Fight for the life you haven't even fully imagined yet. And if you ever feel like you don't have the strength to keep going, borrow mine. Borrow the strength of every person who has ever been where you are and made it through. Borrow the strength of your future self who is waiting on you to show up. Because you will make it through this. You will rise. And when you do, you'll look back at this moment, the one where you almost gave up, and you smile because you will know this was the moment that changed everything. So don't stop now. You keep fighting. You keep fighting. You fight for your life.